Hello and welcome back to Chattery Included, where all in all, it's been a pretty good week for me. This week we are talking about something that's not necessarily new, but it's still, pretty recent, and on the screen you will be seeing a speed paint of Anne Boleyn from Six the Musical. And if anyone knows me, they know I love a good musical. I love most Disney movies because of the musical aspects. I love Heathers, Ride the Cyclone. Phantom of the Opera is one that I grew up with. Wicked captivated me in high school. I've also really liked Love Never Dies, which is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera. I still listen to that one kind of frequently. Evil Dead the Musical is one that was introduced to me post-high school. Really enjoyed that one. Some of those songs go in my Halloween playlist sometimes. And most recently, I've been absolutely obsessed with Epic the Musical, and if you haven't heard it, fully recommend. Very good. It hits all the beats. It scratches all the itches. There's something for everyone, so just go check that out. But after talking to my cousin about Epic the Musical, I got the song Don't Lose Your Head from Six stuck in my head, and so of course I had to draw Anne Boleyn, and so I texted my cousin and I was just like, hey, have you ever heard of Six? And she was like, oh, yeah, this is weird. Usually I know about them before you. And I'm like, no. This is not a recent obsession. This is just an earworm that I have that I cannot remove. So we had a neat little conversation. And it turns out both of our experiences, though absolutely unlinked, began with TikTok because of the House of Holbein being one of the trending TikTok sounds on our algorithms for a while. Which is a lot of fun. It was the bit about corsets, and ladies were just showing off how busty they became in the corsets and how small their waist was. Which is odd, but, here we are. It's 2025, we no longer judge. For anyone that is unfamiliar with Six, then you are probably more familiar with King Henry VIII and the little rhyme about how his wives died. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Which is pretty much everything we learned about that time period in high school world history. But this particular musical kind of takes it a step further to let you know more about those wives instead of just being, I can't think of a different way to say it, just words in a stupid rhyme. So, I'm gonna read the Wikipedia page here. Six is a British musical comedy in the style of a pop concert. It is a modern retelling of the lives of the six wives of Henry VIII, presented in the form of a singing competition. In the show, the wives take turns telling their stories to determine who suffered the most from their shared husband, but ultimately seek to reclaim their individual identities and rewrite their stories. So something along the lines of women empowerment. We love this. It premiered sometime in 2017. No, that's not a real year. It premiered sometime in 2017, and it's got vibes. It's got some trigger warnings if you're one of those people that don't expect musicals to have those. But all in all, it's pretty fun. My personal favorite song is Get Down. And before I listened to the entire musical, that was the one that had come through my YouTube recommended, and I saw an animatic for it, and then I saw a fan cam video, and it was just so good. I played it on loop for a week before I listened to any of the other songs. That being said, Get Down is one that doesn't get stuck in my head a lot. The two that do get stuck in my head are All You Want to Do and... Oh, I lied, there are three. All You Want to Do, Don't Lose Your Head, and No Way. I pretty much skip Jane Seymour every time she comes up. Some people like a more ballady, strong love song, but that's not typically what I'm out searching for when I'm drawing or writing. I typically want something with a better flow. Not better, with a different flow. Something a little more poppy and upbeat that can keep me kind of in the groove of moving. And Heart of Stone doesn't really do that for me, so I tend to skip that one. Even House of Holbein, considering how campy it is, keeps me moving, so... I just have nothing but praises to sing for this musical. It's not super long. If it's something you want to listen to, you can find fan cams, you can find fan animatics, fan animations, you can find performances from different television shows for different cast members. It's super neat. One thing I particularly love about this musical is the costuming. I love the way it incorporates a more modern kind of club style with a slight nod to its more Tudor aspects and that time period. but all of the glitter and the fucking, I can't. I grew up really liking fashion and really like wanting to get into design to some degree, and I never really did anything with that. I guess that's why I enjoy drawing like different outfits for different characters. That's why I enjoyed like designing monster characters and trying to give them elements and outfit pieces from things that I think would be more fitting of that monster or character type. It's fun to create an ensemble based on a personality, and I think it was really neat how they managed to do that with the characters in Six the Musical. Another thing about this piece is that I started it at like 2 a.m. I started it kind of out of spite. Like, I had decided that I was going to be drawing, and I had already decided when I decided to restart posting on my channel that I was going to focus less on finished pieces and more on producing things. So in 2023, I had the New Year's resolution of just drawing one thing per month, and gladly succeeded. But this year, I'm less focused on trying to produce one completed piece and more focused on just trying to force myself to get back into drawing. Whether I'm sharing something complete, something half done, something that I'm considering done but didn't go through all of the steps of my process. I'm still just learning to get back into the creative flow of things. And in the past couple of weeks, I've been also trying to get back into reading and finding a balance between reading and drawing and writing as part of my my therapy journey. I remember really enjoying these things. I remember really enjoying doing these things when I was younger. So I wanted to feel like myself again since I've started all of the mental health things. These are things that were core aspects of my personality that I really want to get back. So I am trying to find the balance. And sometimes that means I'm going to be sharing with whoever is here to care or listen a unfinished piece here or there, or a doodle, or I've recently been trying to get into animation, so tiny animatics or animations, little GIFs. Just whatever I can do and whatever hobby strikes my fancy. But I started this piece at like 2 a.m. out of spite because everything felt wrong and I kept being told to go to bed when I was not tired. I was just feeling very restless. So I decided with Don't Lose Your Head stuck in my head that I was going to make Anne lose her head. And honestly, this is a piece that I had loosely conceptualized back in 2023 because I think I saw an official art of Frankie Stein from the original Monster High lineup, holding her head as a handbag. And I really, really enjoyed that concept very much. So I definitely wanted to incorporate that into Anne Boleyn because with her character in this musical, post-death, it definitely seems like something she would do. She seems a little airheaded and like she would just grab her head like a fucking shoulder bag and be off. So I really enjoyed that. You'll see I kind of butchered some of the other aspects of this piece. It was 2 a.m. I was exhausted but not sleepy, so I couldn't sleep. I was angry and spiteful and listening to this musical, which gets a little angry and spiteful in certain places, like no way. So I was just kind of channeling that, and I didn't go through the entire process, right? I just did what I thought was good at the time and then left it at that, and thankfully by the time I had finished this, I was sleepy enough that I could actually go to bed and fall asleep. I am enthusiastic to say that it only took a couple of hours. So, like, I think I was done by 5:30. So, like, 3.5 hours maximum. Which, if you saw any of my earlier videos, those speed paints took so much longer. Like, it would take, for what I've accomplished with Anne here, it would have taken separate sessions on 2 separate days to continue and finish this drawing. So I'm glad to say that my process is speeding up. I genuinely don't think it took 3.5 hours. I think it may have only been 2. I will check I'll check the OBS file to see how long it took. But I am really happy with how quickly I was able to get it done. One of the things I do regret having looked at this piece with fresh eyes is that I realized, like 2 days after doing it, I was showing it to a friend, that I forgot to do any detailing on her hair, which is fine, ultimately. I don't think it takes anything away. I also realized I forgot part of her leg when I had started lining, so it's just not there anymore. But with her hair, I had forgotten to do any detailing, which struck me as odd in hindsight because I spend a lot of time on hair. And with most characters, I will spend upwards of 30 minutes just trying to get highlights and details and hair shines and individual stranding. I just didn't bother with that this time, and I don't think it detracts anything from the entire drawing. I will say I, being spiteful, did not care very much how it turned out. I just wanted this idea out of my head, so I didn't go do like a formal line art. I just kind of stuck with my base sketch or like a sketchier version of a line art, but all in all, it's not bad. The hands need some work. The posing was a little wonky, but I still really enjoy it. Like, I fucking love this costume so much, and I enjoyed the idea. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and listening to my rambles as much as I enjoyed making it. I cannot wait to come to you next week. I don't know what I'll have, but I'll have something. And I think that's gonna do it for us today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment below. What's your favorite song from 6? Who's your favorite of the ex-wives? And just remember to like, comment, or subscribe. Check out the channel for more videos like this. And I just hope you guys have a good week. Anyone out there listening. Like, we all deserve it. The world is going to shit. Do what you can. Find peace where you can. Find happiness where you can. And maybe we will all get through this. So, until next time. Bye-bye.